They call it Nigeria's most planned city. Wide roads, clean layout, district zoning. But here's the real question. Is Abuja still Nigeria's best planned city? Or is that reputation slowly fading? Because while Abuja was designed with structure and order in mind, rapid population growth, new satellite expansion, and infrastructure pressure are testing the master plan like never before. So today, we are doing a honest infrastructure review. No hype, no bias. By the end of this video, you will know whether Abuja is still ahead or if other cities are quietly catching up. Let's break it down. Abuja was not built by accident. Unlike many Nigerian cities that grew organically through trade, migration, and colonial influence, Abuja was intentionally designed from the ground up as Nigeria's capital. The vision was clear: create a neutral, organized modern city that represents national unity and structured growth. And for decades, the plan worked. Wide expressways, clearly defined districts, government zones separated from residential areas, green belts and open spaces, properly mapped infrastructure corridors. Compared to cities like Lagos, which evolved through rapid commercial expansion, Abuja felt controlled, balanced, predictable. But here's where things get interesting. Planning is one thing. Maintaining and scaling that plan is another. Let's start with road infrastructure. Abuja still has some of the best road networks in Nigeria. Major highways like the Airport Road, Kubwa Expressway, and the inner northern and southern expressways remain wide and relatively structured. Interchanges are properly designed. District-to-district movement is smoother compared to most major cities. However, traffic congestion is no longer rare. Areas like Nyanya, Maraba Access, bordering Nasarawa, Kubwa, during rush hours, and even parts of Wuse and Maitama now experience daily traffic pressure. That's a sign of population growth stretching beyond original projections. And that brings us to satellite towns. Abuja's master plan focused heavily on central districts. Maitama, Asokoro, Wuse, Garki, Central area. But today, much of the population growth is happening in Lugbe, Lokogoma, Kubwa, Gwarimpa, and beyond. These expansions are growing fast. Residential estates are rising. Commercial clusters are forming. But infrastructure delivery hasn't always kept pace with population density. That gap is where planning starts and gets tested. Now let's talk housing and urban structure. One major strength Abuja still has is zoning discipline. You rarely see chaotic mixing of heavy industrial structures beside residential estates in core districts. The city still maintains a degree of architectural uniformity. But informal developments are increasing in outer zones. As land prices in central districts rise, lower income housing pushes further outward. Without strict enforcement, unplanned clusters can gradually dilute the original structure. That's not a collapse of planning, but it's pressure on it. Next, public transportation. This is one of Abuja's biggest weaknesses. For a city designed to be modern, Abuja remains highly car-dependent. Public transport systems are limited. Bus networks exist but are not deeply integrated. Rail transit within the city is minimal. The Abuja Light Rail was a strong concept, but operational consistency and expansion remain limited. A well-planned city must move people efficiently, not just vehicles. Now let's look at economic infrastructure. Abuja was built primarily as an administrative capital. Government institutions dominate the central economy. However, over the last decade, the private sector has grown significantly. Real estate, hospitality, retail, tech services. Compared to commercial hubs like Lagos or oil-driven centers like Port Harcourt, Abuja's economy is more structured but less aggressive in industrial output. That stability is both a strength and a limitation. It means Abuja avoids chaotic overexpansion, but it also means infrastructure upgrades may move slower without intense commercial pressure driving them. Let's also address aesthetics and environmental planning. Abuja still stands out here. Greenery, setback regulations, hill preservation, broad boulevards. Compared to many fast-growing Nigerian cities, Abuja still looks organized and spacious. Even as new districts emerge, the city's visual structure remains cleaner than most, but sustainability goes beyond beauty. Water supply challenges, waste management capacity, electricity reliability in outer districts. These are issues that can quietly undermine a master plan if not continuously upgraded. So, is Abuja still Nigeria's best planned city? From a structural design standpoint, yes. Its foundational layout, zoning system, and road hierarchy remain superior to most cities in the country. But from an execution and scalability standpoint, the gap is narrowing. Cities like Enugu are expanding with more modern district planning. Emerging hubs like Asaba are developing in more controlled patterns. Even parts of Lagos are undergoing structured corridor redevelopment. Abuja is no longer miles ahead. It is still ahead, but now it must actively defend that position through stronger satellite infrastructure investments, public transportation modernization, stricter enforcement of zoning laws, sustainable utility expansion, smarter integration of technology. A master plan is only as strong as its maintenance, and that's where Abuja stands today, not declining, but being tested. The next 5 to 10 years will determine whether it remains Nigeria's gold standard for urban planning or becomes just another growing city trying to keep up with its own expansion. Do you think Abuja is still Nigeria's best planned city? Or are there other cities catching up faster than we realize? Let's discuss in the comments.